Hello, and welcome back to another edition of Carrie's Gardening Channel. So today is September 26th, 2019, and I want to give an update on the fall crop of lettuce and bok choy that I had started in the greenhouse. Now, I did transplant these out into the one vegetable planter. You can see they're growing here. Now, these old stalks of lettuce here, because these are heirloom lettuces, I just left them go to seed so I could get the seeds off of them so that I had them for future plantings. But you can see it's growing here. Now, this is damage from cabbage loppers, and I did do a video on that and how to deal with it. And I've been watching the plants and watching for like the white butterflies and stuff. But I just want to show you here how much this is growing. Now what I did with this, I took the old lettuce plants out and I remixed my plant foods back in. I used the Eco Scraps 555 all-purpose plant food. I mixed in some Epsom salts, and I also mixed in some Epsom plant tone. And what I did was I turned all the soil and mixed it all together around and in. So as my plants grow, they'll have that food to put their roots into and to feed them. So I'll have some links down in the description for those plant foods. Now before I planted this, I watered it. I gave it a nice thorough watering because this soil, once it gets dry, it's kind of hard sometimes to make it wet again. So what I did is I just went ahead with the water hose and I got it all nice and wet, and then I put my lettuce plants in, and then I went ahead and watered it again. So this has been in for I think 2 weeks now. It's been in, and we love our bok choy. Planted a lot of the purple lady bok choy. We did some of the shoo-hoo baby bok choy back here, and some of the lettuce did drop its seeds, and they're coming up in the planter here, so that'll give us a little bit more lettuce there. And I'm gardening in Pennsylvania in zone 5B, so we do have some cool weather coming, and I do have frost covers to cover the lettuce if I have to, so that it doesn't get hit by a frost. And we still have our kale over here. That's still from the springtime planting. And you can still eat this. It grew out really nice for us again. And actually, we could start harvesting the bok choy off. Now, there's two different ways you can harvest your bok choy. You can let it reach full maturity, which will get very large, and then you can cut the plant off. Or what we do is we'll take the outer leaves off, and we'll leave the center leaves to continue growing. And it gives you like the baby leaves for your salads and stuff, or your stir fries. And we noticed that it seems to last for a very long time. This is the first year that I grew bok choy, and I was growing bok choy indoors under my Shang Sight LED grow light. And it did very well under that light for growing, and I had leafy greens then throughout the winter time. And so these here could actually be harvested off, the outer leaves here, and we could use these in salads. And the same with the lettuce here. We can start cutting the outer leaves of this here off and start having our fresh salads. Now the slow bolt lettuce over in the other planter, that one there did bolt. So you know, we're still actually taking some of the leaves off of it, even though it bolted. It smells a little strong when you first cut it, but after you let it sit for a little bit, the strongness seems to leave it. So we are still using lettuce off of that one, but we're going to start using this one here pretty quick. And I did in the greenhouse start my winter leafy greens of our lettuce and bok choy and spinach and kale, so we can have that to eat. I'm going to grow it in the greenhouse over the winter time, and I do have the lights and stuff. I'm just going to take the lights that I was using in the basement, and I'm going to put them out into the greenhouse then, so that I can grow my leafy greens year round and my other stuff. Now we are still getting some peppers off back here. There's an orange one back there. Um, Most of the eggplants have stopped giving. The ones in the greenhouse, they're starting to regenerate themselves and sprout back out again. So with the lighting that I'm going to have up in the greenhouse, it should do very well for me. I'm hoping to be able to provide us with vegetables year round. So we're going to see how that works. This is going to be the first fall and winter with the greenhouse. So really excited to see how it works. And the bok choy grew great in the greenhouse, and like spring and early summer. I had a planter of it in there that I took from out of the basement, and it just grew really well in there. I mean, a few leaves would fill an entire bowl. That's how large it got. And we just took the outside leaves off, and we just continued letting the center part grow. So I mean, it really did well for us. Now, this one here does need a liquid feed of some Sea Magic. I didn't get to feed it with Sea Magic yet, but it's going to be getting fed with that. There's one of those. Okay, these white butterflies here are what does the cabbage loppers. And I missed it, so I'm going to have to keep an eye out for them and keep them away so they don't eat our... so they don't lay the eggs on the plants and then the caterpillars eat our stuff. And we do have to watch. The deer are starting to get investigative, looking for food. So gotta watch so they don't come up here, because they will wipe this entire thing out if they come up here. So you do have to watch out for the deer if you're growing like your stuff, even in containers like this, even in planters like this, because the deer will come and they will eat your stuff. So that is something that we are keeping an eye out for, and I'm trying to keep them away from the house. So if you like my video, please like, comment, subscribe. Please don't forget to hit the little notification button. That'll tell you I put a new video on. You can also follow me on Twitter. I have a link down in the description for my Twitter account. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a nice day. Bye!